Yo, Shalawam, Shalawam, family. All praises to the Most High, first and foremost, for gathering us together here today on this so-called Wednesday. We got a good one for you, Passover in iniquity.
Antiquity.
Salak. My brain's a little scattered, but we gonna get it together. I am Ambassador Barak, and below me is Ambassador Yediah. Shalawam, what's going on, Wonderwana? What's going on, Dash? And yeah, I guess we could wait for a little bit more people. Okay, we got a little bit of action. A little bit of action. Hope everybody had a good week, and we're preparing to get on the roll here for the Pesach, for Passover. I can't wait to see everybody. It's gonna be fun, man. My praises to the Most High.
Come. Should be a great weekend. A lot of things gonna happen. People are gonna meet each other, see each other again, be in merriment. Smile on everybody's face. Of course, after we do our due diligence to the Most High. Same vibration, Acts 2. All people coming together with different dialects and different tongues, but we understand each other, But today it's gonna be part 1 of Passover in antiquity. We're gonna go in scriptures. We're gonna see a few videos of what I mean, and the fact that Kanye 101, not church tongues. We're gonna see, in the scriptures we had, like, during our Exodus, Pharaoh was hard-hearted, and he didn't want to let us go. So the Most High had to put a hurt on him in 10 different ways and show him to his power that there is nothing that he could do or enact to whatever means to get the Hebrews to stay, whether it be keeping the whole nation, keeping the women and children, keeping the cattle. Every time he tried to keep us in every different way, it wasn't going down, because this is not, when he was talking to Moses, basically he was talking to Moses and Aaron and making them understand this is not a negotiation here. We're not negotiating. We're not bartering. We're not setting up a contract. This is not what's going on. Like, you're going to let my people go, and they're going to take what they need to take to make me happy as their father, their almighty father, right? So let's go to the first slide. And it reads, Passover, right? From the Strong's Concordance. Is Pesach, or because I didn't have the proper spelling because of different impediments, but it is said Pesach, right? Pesach, meaning to hop, skip over, or to spare, right? And we all know that during Passover we're spared by the will of the Most High when death came through Egypt during a specific night, right? And during that night, we had to, not only follow the ordinances that Moses was given to us by the Most High, but we had to follow these ordinances from that point moving forward, Can you get me Exodus 12?
First verse.
Let me see. Exodus chapter 12. Yeah, start at verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Mm-hmm.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
A lamb for an house. Right? Keep going.
And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it, according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish.
I mean, it can't be like an eye be blotted out, or is walking uneven, or he has a sickness on it, or it seems sickly in any type of way. Right? Keep going.
A male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sleep. Oh, sorry. So I got my messenger. I got my messenger open. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Sorry, y'all. Let me close my Facebook because it's going to do that. All right, we good. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall take the blood, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
We shall eat it. So that means that we're supposed to take the blood, and we're going to see that in other scriptures with hyssop, and brush it upon the lintel, which is the top part, and the doorpost, which is on each side of the doors. So it would be marked by in the sight of the Most High to know that this is the house of the Hebrews, and whatever is inside, which is the family, the lamb for a house, the cattle that was owned by the owners of the house would be protected also. Keep going.
Verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs shall they shall eat it.
Bitter herbs. Now, we're going to read later on that it should be roast with fire, right? No seasoning. It doesn't need any seasoning. It's perfect as it is. It's the favorite animal of the Most High, favorite four-legged animal on earth of the Most High. So it doesn't need any seasoning. And, right, the bitter herbs, realize it coincides with the spring and also allergy season for these other nations. They get all types of sicknesses and ailments. But when we eat the bitter herbs, it cleanses us and resets us to be ready, but prepared for whatever journey we have to take and protect us inwardly and outwardly. Keep going.
Verse 9. Eat of it not raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire.
Now, in the Sullivan Bible Dictionary, feasts, as it reads, were the sacred festival of Judaism, what they call Judaism, which were occasions of public worship. The Passover, or Feast of Unleavened Bread, was established before the giving of the law because we didn't exit Egypt yet. So we were given the law at Mount Sinai. And now, can you go to Deuteronomy 16:16?
Yes, come.
Because it will also show that Passover, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread, is one of 3 feasts that we are required to be there for. So it is very important.
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times a year, 3 times in a year, shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. They shall not appear empty, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Shall not appear before the Lord empty. Right? And those feasts are very important. When you look at them, all of them are feasts that are related to agriculture. And we all need not to diminish in any way the importance of these feasts, but without the Most High to bless our hand in our agriculture, we can't eat in the beginning of the year or during the year. And the Feast of Tabernacles is the time where we're supposed to bring all of our crops in for the coming winter. So imagine if we don't show up and do our due diligence, we can't even make it without the Lord. So oftentimes these other nations, they'll say, you don't work, you don't eat. For us, it's deeper than that. We don't do our due diligence, we can't make it at all. We can't eat, we can't survive. No rain will fall upon our lands, upon our crops, and we're not going to make it. You got something to bring up, Lord?
Oh, no, Con. I was just checking the messenger.
Okay. Can you go back to Exodus 12 and start verse 15?
Con.
And it's a beautiful thing, So times when it seems to be difficult, and at these times when we see all these things happening that I'm going to show later, in the eclipse that happened a few days ago, last week, puts a lot of things in perspective. Go ahead.
And the only thing I'll say is and this is beautiful because the Most High is so orderly and so detailed. It's so beautiful, man. It's like there's no other nation that has this, right? That's so orderly, so detailed, so precise with how to proceed with a holy day. And I know that in this country they think that we're so disorganized and chaotic and dysfunctional, and I mean, we serve a mighty and powerful God, So all praises. I think we're on
verse 15.
Verse 15. Oh no. Verse 11.
No, we'll jump to verse.
Oh, we'll go to verse 15. Okay, come. Verse 15. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 15. 7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
So that's an ordinance. So oftentimes When we talk about spring cleaning, the Most High is saying, clean your house and set your house in order. Your fridge, your food, things that have leaven in it, they have to be out.
Come.
Be out your house and out yourself also, right?
Come. That's the spiritual part of the leaven too. You know, that's the spiritual part of the leaven. So it's like it's almost twofold. It's like the leaven on the outside, which is the actual bread, and the leaven that might be in the products of what you have, canned goods and whatnot like that. And also the internal issues that you got going on with friends, family, relationships, maybe character issues. You got to straighten that all out. Okay.
Keep going.
Verse 16, and in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For in this selfsame day I have brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by ordinance forever.
Ordinance. That means it's an order that needs to be followed. And he added forever. That means in your generations. I mean, yo, whether it's the like 4th generation or the 12th or the 15th, by the grace of God, it keeps going. It has to keep happening. It has to keep happening because we are children of the Most High, and we are His fruit, His best fruit upon the earth. His representation that He looks kindly upon, with mercy upon, and with love upon. So we have to return that love to our children, to our children's children, and to the inheritance that we give them has to be part of that. More than money, more than gold, more than silver. Keep going.
Verse 18, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even.
Keep going.
7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that thy soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land.
Or born in the land. That means that we have to be each other's keepers. Sometimes you might have a lapse in judgment. You buy something that has leaven in it, not knowing. You tell them, hey, brother or sis, that has leaven, man. Oh, word? You go back in that store, get a refund, or switch it up with something else. Quick. Like, you don't even want that smoke from the Lord. Like, nah. You'll be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want that, right? Keep going.
Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover.
Keep going.
And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin.
It's in the basin. Go ahead.
And none of you shall go out at the door of this house until the morning.
That means you once you paint the doors, the doorposts and the lintels, you're not supposed to come out there. That's it. That was a time of fear, and death was walking around in the street of Egypt, just killing folk. So you didn't want to test the Lord. And in the scripture it says what? On this day choose ye life or death. So once it's done, stay in the house. Man, Jacob was staying in the house. Jacob was like, man, I'm not moving. Even back then, even later on, Jacob was like, nah, I'm not moving. I'm chilling.
Right.
Just, what is that? Jacob was like, nah, I'm not moving. I'm good. I'm good in the crib. I'm happy with my mom, my in the house doing my thing. I don't need to go out there unless I have to. Like,
right. Because Jake is a simple man. You just dwell in this tent. You just dwell in this tent. You know what I'm saying? So no, but I think it's reminiscent of being like it's like we're being sealed in, almost like Noah was being sealed in the ark. You know, for protection in a way. You know, for protection, and we're being sealed in for protection. In this passage too as well, because he's going to bring it, he's going to let it loose, he's going to let it loose on the Egyptians. But come
keep going.
Verse 23. For the Most High will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Most High will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in onto your house to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
He reiterated it forever. He said it again. Like, this is not.
Come, and ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
Forever, right? Let me see. Okay, it's okay. So now, before that night where all these Egyptians was getting killed, there was already a lot of plagues that went down, and they was praying to their gods and putting their sons on in the arms of whatever statue that was praying to, and it was like, man, what's going on, right? Can you click on that link, Lord? Or let me see.
Oh,
you can't, right?
I cannot, but I could maybe look it up. Is this something I could look up online?
Yeah, you could look it up on. Let me share it with you.
Okay, Con. Yeah, because you could just share it and I could pull it up. Con.
Oh, so let's see. I'm gonna put it in the private.
Oh, okay, Con.
Go ahead. That's the first one.
Okay, so let me just remove the slide real fast. And then we're going to share the screen. And then,
as the world grapples with the COVID pandemic, the continent of Africa is facing another plague, locusts. As Nick Schifrin reports, the small insects pose a serious threat to food security throughout the region.
That was in June 2019, right?
In East Africa, the air carries two plagues. Locusts, swarms with as many as 50 billion insects. As COVID-19 threatens the people, locusts threaten people's livestock and food.
They're being a menace, eating our grass and even getting into our homes. When we slaughter our livestock, we find locust faces in their stomachs. Without a doubt, they are affecting our health, our animals' health, and the environment.
In February, 8 East African countries experienced an initial swarm, the largest for parts of the region in 70 years. And now a new wave is 20 times larger than the first wave.
There are swarms that it's not uncommon to be, let's say, the size of Manhattan in New York City. So they can be very big. In one day, that swarm can eat the same amount of food as everybody in New York and California combined.
You hear that?
Pressman is the Food and Agriculture Organization's
senior
locust for.
You hear that? I mean, one day, these locusts can eat what New York and California can eat. I mean, we looking at locusts like they're small insects. It's not that, that that important, or they're not going to be a big threat. But we're talking about creatures of the Lord have command over on many levels, right? Can you click on the next one?
Gone. Okay, so we'll stop sharing that. Go back. Share the screen again.
From scrolling past to sold fast. Talk to a Redfin agent today.
And fair use for all these videos.
Yeah, fair use, fair use, fair use.
Fair use. Now, this is in Lake Victoria, right?
Africa. It's the stuff of science fiction. In the distance, it looks like a black cloud of smoke, hundreds of feet tall. But as the wind blows this dark mass toward shore, a closer look reveals horror. It's no cloud. It's flies, a densely packed horde of billions. Lake flies. There's no escape. The sheer numbers are so immense, the flies can blot out the sun.
Blot out the sun.
How did this airborne scourge start? A different invasive species raging out of control. In the 1950s, an invasive fish called the Nile perch was introduced into the lake and began to wipe out many other fish species that eat fly larvae. The result? Flies reproducing in record numbers. The adult flies ride the wind in huge mating clouds, a horrific breeding swarm that strikes every few months.
You know, they pretty much lay all their eggs at the same time. You know, they virtually hatch at the same time, then they mature, then they come out of the water basically at the same time.
For the villagers living around the lake, the ominous clouds are agony, a choking blizzard that clogs anything in its path. In addition to spoiling food, these flies can cause an allergic reaction if inhaled. Fishermen have been known to suffocate or choke to death from breathing in too many flies. And the struggle for survival is ongoing.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah, you have to run away. Like you can't, people think flies, they in the house, just beep, just newspapers and this is something else. they coming and you can't inhale them. You could swat them. They won't do anything. Nothing. Now give me the next one, Lord. And start at next video, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I want people to understand by striking heartstrings here.
Okay. I know now for some reason when you do share it, it just automatically plays. You say 2 minutes and 46 seconds to start it?
To start it, yeah.
Okay.
There's a way to do it. Like it's people think the Most High is just about winds and ice, water, and fire. Nah. 2 minutes 46 seconds.
Okay, I got 2:41.
That's fine. That's fine. You can let it roll. Because it's talking about squids, but
yes,
and people don't care about squids.
Remains unknown. Number 7. Harp seals. In December 2010, the residents of northern Labrador, Canada, started to find dead harp seals littering the beach. Over the course of the month, over 200 young and adult seals washed up dead on the sands. After the bodies were found, a biologist with Fisheries and Oceans Canada did some tests on the frozen carcasses, but couldn't find out what the cause of death was. All of them looked to be healthy. The pathology tests didn't turn up anything, and there was no sign of disease in the seals. One theory is that somehow the seals drowned, but he is unsure sure how a large group of them would have managed to do this. Number 6. Saiga antelopes. The saiga antelopes are an endangered animal that is recognizable because of their oversized nose. They are a critically endangered species, and in 2014 their numbers were recorded at only 257,000 antelopes in 4 herds. They are only found in parts of Russia and Kazakhstan, and during the winters the herds congregate and then split up during the spring, where they give birth to calves. In May of 2015, during the calving season, disaster struck, and within 2 weeks 134,000 saiga, which is half of the population, mysteriously dropped dead. It is believed the bacteria is the culprit, but it is unclear how it became so deadly to the saiga, because it is very unusual for a bacterium to be harmless one day and then radically devastating the next. Researchers are currently investigating the cause of these deaths in the hope that they may save the rest of the saiga. Number 5. Sheep. Outside of Istanbul, Turkey in July 2005, a group of sheep herders left a group of sheep grazing in a field, and
a group of sheep grazing in the field. Now, I want people in the chat and people watching to understand the symbolism of what's going on here. Continue playing.
Okay, go.
Went away for breakfast. When they returned to the herd, they found an incredibly bizarre scene. The sheep were committing suicide. One sheep had walked off a cliff and fallen 50 feet to its death. Amazingly, the rest of the sheep followed the leader and walked over the same cliff. 1,500 sheep ended up jumping while the shepherds watched on, unable to do anything to stop it. In total, 400 died, but the others were able to survive because the sheep that had already fallen made a cushion. Number 4. Pilot whales. Pilot whales are similar to killer whales because they are both in the dolphin family, but pilot whales are slightly smaller and are almost all black or...
So, we just seen, right? The sheep was committing suicide. They were jumping off the cliff. And the shepherds couldn't do anything. They had to look on while these sheep was just throwing themselves off the cliff. Now, you're a shepherd. All of us read the scriptures. What did Yahweh say? He said, I'm asking the chat, what did he say? He said, if the blind follow the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch. Now, these shepherds, they couldn't do nothing. Like, these sheep are committing suicide, jumping off the cliff. Now, in the symbolism of what's going on, we have to understand that you can't tell me the Most High is not speaking. All these people are following different doctrines, different beliefs. But as a shepherd, you telling me you can't stop those sheep from jumping off a cliff? That means that as a shepherd, you should quit your job. You just stop. All those sheep die on your watch? Nah. You should quit your job. You should stop working. Stop being a shepherd. Just quit. Keep going, Lord. I think this is the last one. This is the
Oh, you want me to keep playing the video?
Yeah, keep playing the video.
Or gray with a lighter spot on their stomach. They are found in both the northern and southern hemispheres in tropical parts of the ocean. Pilot whales also have an unusual tendency of beaching themselves en masse. For example, in early 2009, over 400 pilot whales beached themselves in Tasmania. Another group beaching happened in February of 2015 when over 100 pilot whales died after swimming ashore in New Zealand. Those are some of the biggest mass beachings, but smaller groups of pilot whales beach themselves frequently all over the world. For example, 33 were found dead on a beach in Ireland in November of 2010. Then 20 were found on a beach.
Okay, stop it.
Play the next one, and then we'll continue with what's going on with Salak, the class. Now, I want people to understand there's a lot of things going on in the world, and these plagues at first were contained in Egypt. Now, since America has become Babylon and has laid with every other country, now these plagues are going across the world. Like everybody's getting some. Everybody's getting some. Can you play the next one?
Oh crap. Okay, boom.
Everybody's getting checked. Everybody's getting some. And we have to be on our P's and Q's.
Coming in this way too.
I felt that.
Everybody think that they got this car, the pickup truck, and these people think that, oh man, look at all this hell. I'm good. I'm safe, right? And they're filming them. They're in their car. They're filming you, right?
Yeah, take out my headlights.
Look at the sign, church.
This looks brutal.
There was a sign, Church of Christ. You going?
Okay.
We're losing the windshield. We're gonna lose the windshield, man.
Ice. Look at the side of
it. Windshield's gone.
Yep. Right? Yeah, it's gonna take out the front one too. Crap. Yeah, it's gonna take out the front. Oh man, check that one out. Oh my god. Oh, I took out the back one.
Oh, sweet stuff.
Oh man.
Really?
Yes, really.
Was that necessary?
Really, yes, really. The Lord is checking everybody. Keep going.
Dude, it's gonna take out the front one too.
Crap.
Wow.
Count to 10 slowly.
Look at the side.
Now hold it.
Count to 10.
I'm just looking at the time thing on the top.
Size of golf balls, man. Softballs. Imagine those stones hailing out. Wow. See the rainbow?
Yeah. Good stop.
Oh man.
Come on, man. Yo, this is serious. So, these are some of the plagues that was happening in Egypt, right? And in those plagues, the Most High was just destroying the gods of Egypt. But now everybody's getting some. Everybody has lain with Babylon, which is America. Everybody. But we, in the meantime, we was celebrating after all these plagues, and after we while we was in Egypt that night, we were celebrating the Passover, doing our due diligence for the Most High, keeping it at an appointed season, right? This was our first time doing it. But Yahushua, he showed us how to do it, even in the midst of being under attack or people trying to murder him. Give me Matthew 26.
Matthew 26.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
Gone. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when Yahushua had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Read?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Then assemble. Okay, it comes right there. Then assemble together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people onto the place of the high priest, who was called
unto the palace. Unto the palace.
Caiaphas. Ooh.
Unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas. Right? Keep going.
Caiaphas. Come. And consulted that they might take Yahushua by subtlety and kill him.
So they're trying to grab that man, and kill him by cunning, by ruse, by being foxes, as Yahushua would call them, right? Verse 5.
But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people.
Lest there be an uproar among the people. I mean, you're doing right. Yahushua is saying, you're doing righteousness unto God. Don't worry about it, man. Do what you do. Because we all wake up, Israelites. You go to sleep, Israel. So do what you do, and Most High take care of the rest. Don't need to worry about it, right? Can you give me Luke 22:7?
The book of Luke, chapter 22, and verse 7. And it reads, and before I say that, like a lot of, I remember when, Saul was trying to kill David at the new moon, but it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
When he had to hide himself, when it's the most high holy days, man, there's not supposed to be any of that going on. There's not supposed to be any arguing and fighting and even killing or murdering somebody. So, all praise to the Most High for just having that will on the people to not even attempt to do that to Christ or Yahushua, and to not put the spirit on Saul to do that to David, even though he wanted to. But anyway, Luke 22, verse 7, and it reads, Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat.
Mm-hmm.
And they said unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare?
So where we should go to go make the Passover, right? And let's see what the king said. Go ahead.
Come, verse 10. And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in.
Keep going.
And ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The master saith unto thee, Where is the guest chamber? Where shall I eat the Passover with my disciples? And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. There make ready.
Mm-hmm. One more.
And they went and found, as he had said unto them, that they made ready the Passover.
See, the king just said, Yo, you're going to find this man, do this, do that, move. Let's move, bam. Do what we do, right? And that's the mindset we should have. And right now, I got one more video for y'all, because this is just part one of class of this course. Oh yeah, this class. So and I'm gonna read a part of the Josephus, right? And this is chapter 14. I'm gonna read verse 1. And this is to understand the seriousness of the Lord regarding what he did to the Egyptians and what he requires of us, right? And it reads, But when the king despised the words of Moses and had no regard at all to them, grievous plagues seized the Egyptians, every one of which I will describe, both because no such plagues did ever happen to any other nation as the Egyptians now felt, and because I would demonstrate that Moses did not fail in any one thing that he foretold them, and because it is for the good of mankind, right, that they may learn this caution. What is that caution? Not to do anything that may displease Yahweh, the Most High God, lest he be provoked to wrath and avenge their iniquity upon them. So when the Most High say, don't do certain things, just don't. Right? But now I want to show you a bonus video that I seen that made me so happy, right? Barack, if you can, in private chat, the last video that I posted is a Facebook video. I seen that. I said, Most High is cleaning the house. Most High is cleaning the house. And it's like, I saw that. I was like, I got to show that on Wednesday. I got to. Because these people have been doing what they do. So, is that the video? Let me see.
This is the Dubai flood? Should I play it?
Salah. Let me see. Now there's two videos. Please play that one.
Look at that. Wow.
That's in Dubai right now, right?
Come.
Yesterday there was a flood. Now, Dubai, everybody know Dubai, right? It's one of the richest cities in the world. It's called, United, what's it called?
United Emirates.
Yeah. And these people have money, they have prestige. A lot of these women don't work, right? Because their husbands are making mad dough, right? And they still got hit.
Wow. Engine flood. Wow.
Nobody.
Wow. Yeah, you're done. Oh, that car's still going? Oh, wow. What kind of car is that? I need one of them.
Nobody's exempt.
Con. Yeah.
Now I got one more video, so let me see.
Okay.
And it's a video that's gonna make a lot of people happy. And it's my fault for not being prepared. So please for y'all forgiveness. Thought I had the right one, but okay, I got it now. Now, there you go. I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Let me see. Is it the right one?
Yeah, this one is it's the same one.
It's the same one. I see something else on mine.
Yeah, that's a little
okay.
different.
It's the video was about all them Israelis. They had their luggage prepared, and they was at the airport. They was getting out of Dodge. They was leaving. They're leaving. Look at this. What if they're the Jews? Why are they leaving? Why are they leaving the Holy Land? They have their luggage prepared. The airport is filled.
Oh, I got it.
Can you put it up?
Well, I mean, I have a picture. I have a picture, but I got it. I got some of it.
They're leaving the Holy Land. Why are you leaving?
Says, this image shows mass exodus at Ben Gurion Airport amid Israel-Hamas war.
I pray that
April 14th Instagram post.
I pray that y'all clap, man, because they're leaving.
They're going all back to Brooklyn, too.
Go back to Brooklyn. Them $5 babies got to go back, man. They got to go back, man. And they was over there just talking like they love the Lord, but how come you leaving? How come you leaving? The Most High is just checking all these nations, all of them. And it makes me happy, but it also creates anticipation. It's like Most High is just doing his thing. Yeah,
he's doing his thing, man.
It's on my time. It's on my time. I'm like, yo, I could dig it. I could dig it. You know? And it's like I've never seen an airport so busy, and I wouldn't mind being there, just sitting down, just grabbing a bag of popcorn, just watching them board the plane. Like, oh, word? Y'all leaving? I thought it was so good over here. Why y'all leaving for?
Mm-hmm. They got to flee because they're not the people. It's supposed to be peace over there. There ain't no peace. There ain't no peace, man. And they put all that faith in that missile system. You don't put no faith in the Most High. You putting that faith in your little missile defense system. Asking Mystery Babylon, aka America, for help when you ain't supposed to be having. Did Joshua ask for help? Come on, man.
I'm gonna read something else from the Josephus, right? This is Josephus, chapter 15, verse 4. I'll read certain excerpts, right? And it reads: so they laid the blame. This is when the Hebrews were at the Red Sea, and they were cornered between the Egyptians and the Red Sea, right? And it reads: so they laid the blame on Moses and forgot all the signs that had been wrought by Yahweh for the recovery of their freedom, and this so far that their incredulity prompted them to throw stones at the prophet. Right? There were people throwing stones at Moses. Yo, you got us out of here to get us killed, blah, 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 right? While he encouraged them and promised them deliverance, and they resolved that they would deliver themselves unto the Egyptians. That means there are certain people that are like, nah, I'm gonna throw myself at their feet because I don't want to die. Now, think about this. You see all the plagues go down, death of the firstborn in Egypt, death passed through Egypt before you left. You get to the Red Sea, and you say what? Yo, I'm gonna throw myself at the feet of the Egyptians. I don't want to die. Blah, 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 blah. Now, watch this. A little bit lower, it says, nay, when we are in the utmost distress, as you see we ought rather to hope that God will succor us, meaning rescue us, by whose operation it is that we are now encompassed within this narrow place, that he may deliver us out of such difficulties as are otherwise insurmountable. Right? And out of which neither you nor your enemies expect you can be delivered, and may at once demonstrate his own power and his providence over us, nor does God use to give his help in small difficulties to those whom he favors. So wait a minute, why are these people leaving? When you, as an Israeli, you think that the Most High favors you, why are you leaving? That's the whole question. Why are you leaving? But in such cases, when no one can see how any hope in man can better their condition, depend therefore upon such a protector as is able to make small things great, and to show that this mighty force against you is nothing but weakness, and be not affrighted at the Egyptian army, nor do you despair of being preserved, because the sea before and the mountains behind afford you no opportunity for flying. For even these mountains, if God so please, may be made plain ground for you, and the sea become dry land. Just like when Yahweh opened the Red Sea for us. But these people are packing their bags, putting soap and razor blades in their bags because they need to shave to get out of Dodge. But you're the people of God, though. Nah.
Right.
Nah.
They don't have a war. They don't have that warrior spirit, man. They don't got that warrior spirit. And since they want to be Israel so bad, all their enemies are surrounding them as we speak. You know, just like we had when we was going off. Y'all got the most LGBTQ stuff going on in the Levant and in that region, in that land. And there's a price to pay for that, man. And there's going to be a price to pay. I mean, your missile defense system is weak. They tested it out, and 5 rockets landed. 5 rockets landed. So, and they ain't even go all the way in yet. So that place is going to be thoroughly destroyed. That place is going to be thoroughly destroyed, man. You know,
Most High got to burn that place, cleanse it, because it's been trampled over by a Gentile nation. And when I say Gentile, is heathen. They have to go, and some of them are leaving willingly. Some of them are leaving willingly. Others are just, trying to stay there and show their belief and show their faith, doing what they do. But no, it's been sister correct, Princess, and Sister Beverly, has been polluted. It's been defiled. Y'all got to burn.
Yeah.
But you got something else to bring out, Lord?
Kyle, I mean, verse Ezekiel 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says in verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Most High, because thou hast had a perpetual hasted, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in time of their calamity, and in that time that their iniquity had end. So so this place is going to be, and this is a future prophecy. This is set thy face against Mount Seir, set thy face against Esau and Edom, and this is what's going to happen, man. Their cities are going to be destroyed. They're going to be laid desolate. They haven't been playing fair with us at all, and they still don't to this very day.
And Most High, we're not even supposed to be in friendship with them, man. There ain't no friendship to be had. Most High didn't want them in the first place. so it's like they may come a crawling, talking about, nah, please, no. There ain't no please. There ain't no negotiation. There ain't no discussion to be had. We ain't breaking bread, man. This is not the Olive Garden. All right? We ain't breaking bread.
Check. I was about to say, and check this out. You think that you're just gonna rebuild it, or is it just gonna be fine? It's just gonna be fine. Check this out. In verse 9, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return. So these countries ain't gonna return, right? Man. These countries, I mean, these things are you're not gonna be able to build this thing up again after the third woe. Because we entering in, I mean, this is really World War III that we in right now. This is the beginning stages. This is how this stuff happens. In
Josephus, it tells you also that it reads, which he had foretold them would not now suffer them to be subdued by their enemies, to be either made slaves or to be slain by them. So once Yahushua come and he put that scepter down, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past. World War II was already past, right? And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So it's coming, family. So we in the end of this days, man. He's putting that spirit on all of them, man, to destroy each other, man. And these politicians, man, and they want the war. They want the war because there's profits in it, but they don't know that it's going to be their destruction. So just like this country was founded, it's going to end. It was founded in greed and blood, and it's going to end with greed and blood.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
You live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword, man. And the Most High just showed that eclipse, man, and all of these works are happening right after. All of these great works is right after. That's why we all gonna take our behind to the Passover and worship and praise and celebrate, because the third world coming quickly and our salvation is near. And man, I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait to get up out of here with y'all, man. Cannot wait. I mean, most I willing, of course. Most I willing, of course. You
know, marking off blemishes as much as we can. You know, just beep, doing the work, moving, doing alms, whichever way we can, just blotting out iniquities as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, most time, just use that red pen. Just.
And then Mother Mathia was talking about she was holding Ecclesiasticus 36:2, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Right.
And you know what? There are even people out there in the nations that know who we are, and they begging us to come back. But they're begging, but we can't come back until Yahushua come back. So it's like, y'all gonna have to take what's coming and drink of that cup of wrath. Because,
and you know, a lot of people take that the wrong way, but I mean, I think I know the video too. I think it was the Palestinian woman. Like, man, we need you are our saviors, right?
Come,
you are our saviors. And there's multiple saviors. And there's multiple saviors in the scriptures, you know, because we all gonna take a part, or the elect is gonna take a part of judging the mount of Esau. So, you know, we just gotta get right, family. You know, we have a higher calling. We have a higher calling. So you know, just got to get, you know, this is the time for us to prepare for that calling and take on that great responsibility of being the rulers of this world, and judging righteously, and bringing down the order that was supposed to be here since Adam, man. So it's going to be a beautiful thing to see this thing all come together. Great scripture system. And then wait, what he said, and let them know, verse 5. And let them know thee as if we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Come. Right.
They and they don't want to accept it, even though Putin did his thing, but he has his own reasons for doing what he did.
Yes.
But it all falls in the plans of the Most High. He made the blueprint, because he's in command of everything. The earth is his footstool. So all these nations are going to get it. We just have to do what we do. Because believe me, like recently, after Putin did what he did, all these people, especially Europeans in America, they threw their Bibles in fire. I'm sure many of you saw the news. They was throwing their Bibles in fire. Meanwhile, there are places in the world where churches were burning, but Bibles were being saved from fire. France, a whole cathedral was burned down. And they don't even know how the fire started. And there's dissension everywhere in the world. People are fighting each other, wars, rumors of wars. But let us remember, the Most High did not give us the spirit of fear, man, but of love and power. Most of all, obedience and understanding. Once you get the understanding, man, just bask in it. I'm not saying it's always easy. It's not always easy. I'll tell you that. But it's better to be in the bosom of the Lord than be out there with them. just suffering and just be like, oh man, what's going on? I don't understand. Man, you in darkness. I'm talking about other nations, right? But family, I love y'all. They're gonna be a part 2. We'll be working on it, and hopefully I'll do a better job on the second part with Barack.
Come. I'll be here. Yeah, come.
We also have other things that we're working on to help you all. Different areas, different facets. So please bear with us, and we'll keep the work and keep the iron upon our swords sharpened, and bring y'all what we have to bring y'all during the coming months, weeks, days, and hours. You have something to bring out, Lord?
No, I was just saying, like he said, Mother Matthias said even the harlot had sense to get on Israel's side in Joshua 3, and she got spared too. She got spared because of that.
That's I forgot her name. Yeah. She lived in the city of Jericho.
Yeah, she lived in the city of Jericho. Yeah. And her and all of her house God was spared.
Spared. Come. Most High is a righteous God, man. You do the right by his children, you do right by you.
Yeah.
You do wrong by us, you're gonna get what you need to get. That's why all we have to do is do what we do. All right. With that, you got something else to say, Lord?
No, Khan. I want to say, travel safely, and be ready to have a good time, and be ready to worship the Most High, and to kind of put that old man, that old woman away that you were all this last year, and we coming into a new year. This is our new year. It's not January. Okay, the grass is greener, right? The birds are chirping. The sun is out now with all of it. The sun's alive again now, right? With all of its power and all of its glory, even though they try to shut it out with the chemtrails and all that. But it's new. It's time for renewal. It's time to be a better person, to be a better Hebrew, to be a better wife, a husband, a leader, a soldier, a better member of the body, right? I can't wait to see y'all. Shalom.
Shalom.